Now, if there's one aspect of pen turning that I don't seem to like, it's sanding the brass tubes. I'm finding that I put it off just as long as possible. But I guess it has to be done. At least they say it has to be done. Maybe sometime I'll try not doing it and see what happens. Now, one thing that I have learned using this rubber band method inside the brass tubes is change the rubber bands each time. I've found that once the CA glue gets onto the rubber band, it's kind of useless the second time around. Anyway, how much does a rubber band cost? 10 for a penny, maybe? Now, the reason that I've got my CA glue bottle upside down in that cardboard box is because it's almost at the end, and I'm trying to get as much out of it as I can, so I don't want it to run back down to the bottom of the bottle every time I stand it right side up. So, actually, this is the first time I've tried this. I think it's going to work out okay. Now, I did the remaining 7 blanks exactly the same way, and on the last blank I almost had a disaster. I didn't allow my curing agent to cure long enough. Boy, that was close. Now, I was a little concerned here when I have my CA glue bottle upside down like this that I was going to lose a whole bunch of glue, but as you can see, I only lost 2 drops. Now, do you see that vacuum cleaner nozzle coming in from the right? Well, that system works really good, as long as I remember to turn it on, which I forgot to do when I did this end. However, when I got the blank flipped over and did the other end, I did have it turned on, and you'll just see how very effective that is. It sucks the shavings up so fast, you can't even see them. Now, the whole idea here is so that I get to see the top of the brass tube as soon as the cutter touches it. It's not all covered up with shavings. It works good. I've got that bright light coming from behind everything instead of over my shoulder like I normally would, and the reason for that is so that as soon as the cutter touches the brass tube and polishes it, the brass tube reflects the light just like a little mirror. When I was using the barrel trimmer the other day on the oak pieces, I noticed that the shaft was sort of binding a little bit in the brass tubes, and I was thinking it's kind of like it needs oil or something. Then I thought, why not? Now, I know you didn't see me do it, but I did put oil on the shaft this time, and it worked a lot better. Not a lot of oil, just a tiny little bit. After I turned down those oak pieces the other day, I put the bushings back on the mandrel in the right order so they'd be ready to go for next time. Well, now it's next time. You know, I make these videos as I go along, and I just realized that even though I've got the bushings in the right order, I put the blanks on in the wrong order. The short one was supposed to go on first. Well, I'm sure glad I saw it now.